Hi everyone, thanks for being here. I'm Michelle. Today we have a threefer. I have three 8x10 canvases and we are going to do three separate pours on those. I want to see, okay, you know how normally I'll layer a cup, I'll put one color in on the side and then I'll do the next one and then the next one. We're going to do that. We're going to layer a cup like normal. And then on the next canvas, we're going to just pour the colors into the cup. We're not going to layer them on the sides. We're just going to pour them directly in the cup. And we'll see what the difference is between those two. And then on the third canvas, we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to pour them from up high. And so we're going to see what happens when the colors kind of churn in the cup. So anyway, that's kind of like we're going to do a little cause and effect kind of experiment today. So let me go ahead and get my hair up, my gloves on, and then we'll pour. Okay, let me go ahead and show you the colors that we're going to use today. Okay, this one is Decoart. This is 24 karat gold by Decoart. Got some on the canvas, but we can just wipe that right up. This next one is Azo Gold, and this is by Golden. And then we have the green. This is the permanent green light and phthalo green. I'm going to put a little bit of white in between the green and the magenta-y color. And then we're going to finish it off with some blue. Okay. That's oh well, the mess that I made is not going to make a difference on the canvas. So, okay. So now we're just going to pour it out and we're going to pour it just a straight pour. So we're just going to pour it right out onto the canvas. And then we'll see, do we want to swipe through it? Do we want to swipe through a section? I don't know. It's kind of pretty, just like that. Hmm. Well, I don't think swiping has ever hurt anything. So let's just do a little. And we'll do this on all of them. Let's just do that. That way that'll be easy for all three. Okay. All right, now we're just going to pour it off. I saw a few bubbles. Okay, so this is with the cup layered along the side. So now we'll go ahead and bring it back to the middle. And then let's just go off to this side here. Hope that a little bit of that magenta stays on there. Okay. Then we got a big piece of 24 karat gold right there in the green. Fun. Oh, and you know what? I never even mentioned my pin today. My pin that I have on says don't give up. And we're not going to give up today. So that's really pretty. What do you think about that? So that is with the cup layered along the side. All right, so we're going to move this one out of the way. Okay, canvas number 2. Same thing. Well, not really the same thing, but you know what I mean. Okay, we're going to start out with Azo Gold. No, we're not. We're starting out with 24 karat gold. And then we've got Azo Gold. our greens, titanium white, the Alizarin crimson, rose madder, and the Winsor. Okay. Oh my gosh. I layered them exactly the way I do in the cup. Oh, okay. We're going to have to make something else with that. Okay. See that? But like my little pin says, don't quit. We just got to keep on going. All right. So this one, we're going to just layer in the middle. We're not going to do it on the sides. Just going to layer it in the middle. Okay, some white. Do you think it's going to be different? What are your thoughts on this? Do you know ahead of time what's going to happen? Okay, let's go ahead and pour it out and see what happens. Was I heavy-handed on the magenta crimson, or is it just the way that it came out of the cup? Once through, here we go, just like the other one. We're just going to come through the middle. Okay. Come through the middle, pop the bubbles, and then we'll tilt it off, see what happens. I cannot believe that I did that with that cup, the second cup. Oh, can't believe that I did that. Layered them all the same as the first one. Okay, so let's just kind of move this paint around the canvas a little bit. Big gold streak in here. I must have put a lot of a lot of 24 karat. And the 24 karat was the first one in, so it's usually the last one out. Well, it is the last one out. Wow, this one is almost all gold. I can't believe that difference on here. Wow. We've got little tiny pops of the other colors, but for the most part, it is gold. Wow. I can't believe this. Just by layering the cup differently. So on the first one that we did, in layering the cup along the side, you're kind of keeping all the colors separated. When you pour them in, wow, I can't get over this. That is really mind-boggling. Okay, let's see what happens on the third one. And I do have sides to clean up on this one as well. Ooh, a lot of them on this side. Let's see if we can pour a little bit more off this. If not, I will finish it up later. But I think there might be a little bit. I can kind of see it moving a little bit. What do you think? Did you think this was going to happen? I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this video and see what did I do so different in layering the cup that it came out like this. I might speed through this part right here because I'm tilting real slow. I just wanted to see if, okay, we've got some dripping down the backside. So, all right, that is number 2. And then let's go ahead and do number 3. Ooh, pretty colors on the table. Okay, canvas number 3. All right, Michelle, pay attention. Don't do what you did the last time. That is just mind-boggling. I cannot even get over that. Okay, so now we are going to pour them in the same order, but we're going to do them from high. Okay, 24 karat, Azo Gold, we've got the green, titanium white, Alizarin crimson, rose madder, and Winsor blue. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, ready? Here we go. Wow, this one's all green. All right, let's do a little swipe. Okay, here we go. Okay. See what happens on this. All right. Let's move the paint around the canvas first before we tilt off. Well, there's some, I guess the colors kind of popped through here. It's not just all green. Interesting. So these colors blended more together. Probably because we did, I kind of want to keep some of that green on here and this green over here on this corner. Oops. Let's see if we can do that. I probably not, but just bring the paint down and off the corner. Okay, back around, back to the middle. And off this corner. Ooh, I hope we have enough paint. Okay. Yeah, these colors definitely blended more than the other canvases. We almost off. There we go. Okay. Now we will we'll take some off this last corner here. How interesting. So, you know, I always wondered because when I used to watch a lot of the videos, most people layered their cup along the side, like we did in the first one. And I always wondered, I wonder if it really makes that much of a difference, layering from the middle or layering from the, just pouring the paints directly into the cup. Well, now we know that it does. And I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get over this corner. I'm going to do a hard tilt here. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Come on. You can do it. Okay. All right, we got over that. We're gonna have to see what how we're gonna have to fix up some of these sides here. And this one got a little bit wonky because we were tilting so hard to get over off of this one. Let's see how these over here got a little wonky. But that's okay. This was an experiment. So very, very interesting. Okay, I want you to see the differences now. I'm going to bring each one back. Super interesting. They're complete, all three of them are completely different just by the way you load your cup. So let me go ahead and take these off, grab my camera, and I will show you the differences. Okay, we're going to start with number 3 and work our way back. Okay, so this is where we just poured it from high, and a lot of good lacing in here, but look at the colors. The colors just kind of blended, like really, really blended together. They churned all together, the colors. Okay, number 2. What happened to all the colors? We have this tiny, tiny, tiny little representation of the alizarin crimson and some of the green, but boy, and I don't think I poured that much more of the 24 karat gold in here, but the whole thing is just gold. Okay, now to number 1, where we layered the colors individually along the side of the cup. So all the colors kind of kept to themselves. They kept the integrity of the color. Oh, that's pretty right there. Yeah, so we got some really pretty cells and some really pretty lacing in here. But what a difference. I just can't even get over the difference just from layering your cup a certain way. So I hope you like this. I hope this was helpful to you. So this is kind of like the flyover of all three, and I will show you the way that these dried. Okay, this is number 1, and it looks very pretty. I really like this one. I like the way the colors just kind of blended. I love that little area right there. I think that's very, very cool. Little cluster of pretty little cells. And we've got some nice lacing in here. So I think this one's my favorite out of the 3. Let me show you number 2. Okay, here's the second one. This is the one that I thought I was heavy-handed on the magenta. It got completely swallowed up by the gold. I went back and looked at the way that I tilted it off, and yeah, I pretty much tilted off a lot of the colors. So anyway, that's number 2. We've got a little tiny little blip of magenta in here. But that's number 2. Let me show you number 3. Okay, let's take a look at the last one. This one, the lacing on here is just beautiful. I love it. And I think the way the colors incorporated with each other look really good and they came out nice. Isn't it just amazing the different way that you load your cups to pour out, the changes that happen just by the way you load your cup. So anyway, I thought that was a fun little experiment, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I think that's a wrap, and I hope you come back and like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And we will see you soon. Bye for now.